and I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, and I was just 4 years old. So in preschool, I had a tic where I had to answer questions in class with the wrong answer, even though I knew the right answer. So this resulted in me creating my own form of sign language with my teacher, so I could still participate in class. But unfortunately, it was never recognized by the American Sign Language community, but it's fine. So when I was learning to read, I fell behind the other kids in my class because I couldn't really keep my eyes on the paper. So they were kind of like going everywhere, and it wasn't happening. So then when I was learning to ride a bike, I developed a tic where I had to take my hands off of the handlebars. So you can imagine how my parents felt watching me crash into our top-of-the-line 2006 Honda minivan several times. So fast forward to 4th grade, and I began to have severe anxiety attacks, which is one of my comorbids, which is kind of like a condition that usually comes with Tourette syndrome. People don't usually just have Tourette syndrome, they have a comorbid that comes with it. So mine are Tourette's and OCD. But my anxiety attacks usually happened at night, which resulted in me and my parents, so I'm sorry, pretty much getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep before school. And so upon seeking professional help for that, they told me that I could not take any medication, because if I were to take medication for my Tourette syndrome, it'd make my anxiety worse and vice versa, and it just wasn't gonna work out for me. So my only solution was to come up kind of with my own coping mechanisms. So I became very involved in extracurricular activities, and that included performing arts and running and film, which you saw in the video I made earlier. And so growing up in a small town in Ohio, which I like to say my neighbors are cornfields, I never met anyone like me at all before finding the TAA. And so after learning more about the TAA, I applied to become a youth ambassador. And in that training, I felt a new sense of purpose. And being a part of the program really gave me a voice and a community, and most importantly, I found a place where I belong. And so I tried my best to never let Tourette syndrome get in the way of reaching my full potential. And I'm proud to say that I'm currently on track to graduate in the top 1% of my class, and I really hope to study. And I hope to study neuroscience at university in the fall, since I'm a senior. Thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for supporting the Tourette community, because without it, none of this would be possible.
Hello and good evening. My name is Jordan Falkenstern, and welcome to the 2019 annual Tourette Gala. Tonight I'd like you to open your hearts and minds for my speech that I'm about to present. I was born on January 12, 2002 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was born into a family of people who had better things on their mind than the well-being of their children. So we lived with my grandmother, who tried the best that she could to raise us. Eventually, I had to move back to the home where sometimes we would have no food, sometimes we didn't have the clothes or the school supplies that we needed for the new school year. And for the longest time, I didn't have access to the correct medical care I needed because I have Tourette syndrome. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at age 5. My home life certainly didn't help my Tourette's because stress exacerbates my symptoms. My mother's boyfriend severely abused us mentally, physically, and emotionally. With all of the stress at home, my tics had just come out in full force. I was depressed and I just wanted to be alone. When I was 13, my brothers and I came into the foster care system, and it was there that I met my real parents. They have given me everything I ever needed and wanted, including providing access to care that I so desperately needed. My mom and dad are the most important people I've ever met. In addition to proper medical care, they gave me the love that I deserved. Today, I am a senior in high school. My life has always been a battle of fighting upstream, but without those struggles, I would have never had the glory of meeting my parents and ultimately getting connected to the Tourette Association of America. Not only am I a proud advocate for Tourette, I am a member of the LGBT community, and my message to all of you is that you are who you love and you love who you are. Being part of this program has given me a voice and a platform, and I am ever so grateful. Tourette has taken a toll on my life, but we need to open our minds to others' differences and take a stance on gaining awareness and equality for the Tourette community and and the fight to LGBTQ rights as well. I believe in a world where nobody has to face abuse, where no one has to be fired from their jobs for simply being who they are, in a United States administration that believes in rights for all people, regardless of love, sex, origin, or medical condition.
Yes.
I'm here as a firm believer that people with Tourette syndrome can overcome their challenges and continue to grow into the amazing human being that they are. Tourette's does not define you. Sure, I may have Tourette syndrome, however, Tourette's does not have me. I want to thank everybody who has ever supported and loved me. I would like to especially thank the Tourette Association of America for everything they've done for me. They have fulfilled a dream of mine since I was 7 to go to New York City, back when I had no self-esteem or affection. Thank you everyone for coming out to this gala and supporting the Tourette community because it is funded, we are so desperately needed. Thank you, you are truly amazing.